Hi everybody, welcome to another Tube Tuesday. As you can see by my winner cap, that means that I have the winners to announce, and this is for last month's contest. As you probably know, or if you don't know, it's time to know, every month I'm having a $50 contest to win 50 bucks. And the contest for April, before I get to that, I should probably do a few housekeeping things. One is, you still have another 3 days, or 2 or 3 days, depending on when you see this, to submit to the May contest, which is a musical contest, and so far we only have one entry and one other entry that I'm told is on the way. So it's definitely, I knew it was going to be a challenge when I was asking people to do a music cover of a song that they've never heard of, so obviously the level of registrations are going to be low for the May contest, so it's obviously a good chance for you to win. The clock is ticking on that. Also, as far as the workshops that I'm going to be doing, going into many of your videos, as I promised 2 weeks ago, that will be happening. Not next week, the week after. It's definitely happening in June. It's when it's going to start. Every week I'm going to have looking into 1 or 2 videos, video channels with tips on how you can help them. And basically, hopefully, even if it's not your video, I've gotten a lot of submissions, a lot of requests. It'll be something that you can glean something off to make that work. And I guess that's pretty much it. Let's just get right into the video contest. I had 9 entries for April's contest, which is basically make a video showcasing your hometown, your city, your state, a site, anything that is accessible to you, because that's what YouTube's about. It's the whole world, is everybody's just one click away from your video. And an easy way to make a video, if you don't have an idea, is think of, like, what's the most popular place, or touristy, or trafficked, or well trafficked, or even something around you that's pretty unique that you think is pretty cool. Make a video about that. And I got some of the best submissions I've had for any contest, making this really hard this month to pick a winner for April. Let's go through the 9. As promised, if you make the effort to submit an actual video, I'm gonna do my best to promote you, even if you don't win the 50 bucks. So let's first we have Sully 00700, maybe it's 00700, who had a video of the Henry Hall Wilson house, and this is a big old famous legislator from the 1960s, I believe, who has this big beautiful house in Monroe, North Carolina. And Sully 00700 was part of a cello quartet that I guess performed at the venue, and was able to film footage of it. So it's a really nice house with a majestic fountain in the front, big swimming pool in the back, and they hold like events and weddings and stuff like that there, and was able to show a lot of the perspectives, different areas of the famous home there. Second up, we have Mailroom Elf, and Mailroom Elf, even my dog's getting excited over the contest. Okay, Mailroom Elf, who had submitted a video 2 months ago, and it's great. I love how I'm getting people that submitted to earlier contests or sticking around with this contest idea. Went through, it was Lincoln, Nebraska, and she went to a park that's a few blocks away from her home. And it starts off like a simple little play park, but then as you go around, there's a big waterfall, a big fountain, a big rock formation, and there is a Secret Santa sighting. So there's a nice little bonus in there for anyone that's checking it out. And that's Mailroom Elf's Lincoln, Nebraska video. Next up, we have Pitts and Mounds, who sort of did a little like what I did in my video, which I basically went to, I live a block away from the University of Miami, and there they have a real, forestry, almost a botanical garden type, an arboretum. And what Pitts and Mounds did is they went to Alt Park, which is this hardwood forest place right by Cincinnati, Ohio, in southern Ohio, and went through there and went through the different vegetations and the different types of plants and stuff there. And one cool thing about this video, I was explaining when I did mine, that the cool thing is that you can get if you show a lot of stuff, you can actually get a lot of cool tags and descriptions that you really can't see. The Pitts and Mounds is able to actually put some of these there, and she, I don't know, has about I think maybe 18, 19 videos on YouTube, and that video actually has the most views of any other videos. And I think maybe it was because the variety of tags and the variety of descriptions in describing all the things that are in that video helping get that video noticed. Next up, we have the Brandon Millsaps which it's just a vlogging video. And the video was done a couple months ago, but as I said, you didn't have to make a video specifically for this. If you have a video that applies to exactly what I said, you could just upload it, and in this case it works. The video was he actually vlogging, and he's walking through Charlotte, North Carolina, and as he's going there, he's actually pointing out a lot of stuff around there. So it's definitely a good use of someone who does vlogs and takes it into a geographical setting to show things around, not just the typical me talking to you type of vlog. So that definitely worked. Then we have Chad's show, who's had a few other submissions also in some of the contests here, who drives around Honolulu and Oahu in Hawaii, drives around and then actually gets off and shows some of the sights. I mean, Hawaii is beautiful, obviously. So it's almost an easy video to make when you live in an exotic place like Honolulu. To make videos of stuff around you that is definitely going to stand out to people who either want to go there or went there and feel nostalgic about it for so many reasons. Next up, we have Ernie Bonvat, who went to Pinecraft Park. Yes, Pinecraft Park. And I believe that's in Sarasota, which is like an Amish and Mennonite community there. But there's like a fishing hole and parks and shuffleboard. And he actually went around and described all the stuff there, and had a nice little experience out there. In the fishing in a little pond where you can get mullets and turtles. Unfortunately, I guess turtles get fished up there somehow. Then we go to another video. Okay, well, all 6 of those were awesome, and they were really good. I mean, this wasn't even an easy decision to narrow it down to like some finalists before I even came down to the decision. They were all awesome. But then I narrowed it down to 3, and I said, okay, I'm gonna pick one. A few months ago I set up and I had like 4 winners. I didn't want to do that again. So these were the 3 finalists, and I'll have the first 2 and then the winner. I want to start with Loving on Portland, who basically, by the name implies, and this is Portland in Oregon, not Portland. I believe it's in New Hampshire on the East Coast, I think. I know there's a Portland on this East Coast where I live. Somewhere up there, I think it's New Hampshire, where there's a Portland. But this is obviously the Portland of Portlandia fame, the big Portland that everyone talks about in Oregon. And he went out there. There was a summer the farmers market type of thing, and there were like people walking on stilts and performers, and a lot of people setting up kiosks for a little farmers market type of thing over the Saturday market on the weekend, and was able to capture all that. That was definitely the best edited, like the most professional slick video. Like this is the kind of, like if you look at that video you go, wow, this is like professional quality, the kind of stuff that could actually be in like a Portland travel bureau video. It's definitely the best quality, and of course I'm not judging it on quality alone, obviously, but I'm just saying it made the finalists because it was just so well produced and just captured the whole essence of what's happening in Portland during this farmers market festival type thing. And then the other finalist that didn't win was Tessie Abba, who did win February, was it, or March? There was a contest that she was the winner in, and she did things probably amazingly well for the assignment that I was trying to get across. That she basically looked at her town at Blaine in Minnesota and used highway maps, and then used about more than a dozen, almost 2 dozen different areas around the St. Paul, Minneapolis area. So there's footage of that. There's a map showing where everything is, and I think that works because, especially between the tags, and she has great tags. As I've said before, put like like if it's a 3 or 4 word thing, put it in like within quotes so that it actually shows up with 1 word, not just 2 different words. And it was basically an awesome video. And it probably would have won if not for the winner. And I think it's kind of strange that you think about sometimes first appearances are deceiving. This video was made by Random Homemade Videos is the account, and when I first saw it, I thought, okay, this is just someone, and I get this a lot, people that just submit any video to some of these contests, they're just responding. They may not even know it's a contest. They think, okay, this video is getting some traction, I'm going to put my video as a video response and hope it gets catch on. And it's basically a Flat Stanley video, and for a lot of people, especially I think outside of this country that aren't familiar with Flat Stanley, it's kind of a children's book, and a lot of schools do this where kids create, it's sort of like a cardboard person in a Stanley, and then the kids color him, and then they're supposed to mail them out to a relative or a friend or somewhere in another part of the country or even out of the world, and then that person takes some pictures or writes a little story and submits it back so that the student can present it to show and tell. Now, obviously, we live in a YouTube age, and a lot of people have actually taken advantage of YouTube to create videos that they can easily share with people, including someone's class. And in this case, that's exactly what Random Homemade Videos did. They took Flat Stanley, and they used it. At first, you have to go through maybe like 3 minutes of the video. I actually did, because I'm thinking, okay, this can't be a submission to the contest. It can't work. But they actually went, it's actually East Longmeadow, which is in western Massachusetts, and they went through all these cool things. It starts off, it's like an adventure where someone's actually, like the daughter is running off with the Flat Stanley because she loves him, runs off, and then her brother and the mother go chasing after her, and they incorporate some friends, and there's a lot of humor involved in this. But basically, in this whole video, they actually go through East Longmeadow. They go through statues that are monuments, go through City Hall, go through the Hasbro factory slash headquarters slash production facility, and they go through all these other places through East Longmeadow, along the way discussing things about the city. So, you know, about the famous celebrities that are there, a writer that lives there, and a famous Olympian that lived there. So it all gets out there, so it all gets told in a video that's actually, it's a great narrative. So it was actually entertaining, and every video is entertaining, obviously, but this was something that was kind of a surprising thing. So I'm naming that this month's winner, and of course you can check it out and disagree or agree with me. You should probably check out all 9 videos, because looking over them, I mean, I've never been to some of these places, and to me it was just, you know, almost like it's you know, traveling without having to, you know, pay or ask for a passport or book a flight or waste gas. So do check all 9 videos out. I put links on them along the way. But our winner this month is, of course, the Random Homemade Videos, the Flat Stanley video through East Longmeadow. Congratulations. I'll get to you to get your $50 prize. In the meantime, remember, you have 2-3 days for the music video contest. If you wait till June 1st, you will get another June contest, which won't be as complicated as the May video. But then again, that also means you're going to have more submissions probably. But isn't that great? Isn't that what makes this all wonderful? So I want to thank you all for putting up with this long video. I wanted to make sure all 9 contestants got their due. They took the time to make the videos. They deserve your attention. And I will see you very soon, because May is almost over. And the camps workshop's coming up next month. And I'll be back with a video next Tuesday, of course.